Hello YouTube, welcome to the start of our Monotype tournament. Unfortunately, we actually lost the live recording for the very first match, so I am going to have to do post-commentary. This is a match between my Steel team and Pat's Ghost team. We do have the recordings for the second and third battles, so you'll be able to hear Jay and Pat in that one, as well as me as we were talking about it live, but I'm just going to comment on the battle in the post here. So we're going to set this on slow and just watch it. So it's actually kind of interesting because the replay is from Pat's perspective for some reason. Anyway, so he leads with Galurk, I lead with Ferrothorn. I'm trying to actually, it's been a few days since we recorded this one, so I don't actually remember how this battle went, although I do know that his Trevenant is a bastard. So, both got our rocks up. I'm setting up my Leech Seed. He did Shadow Punch, which basically did as much to him as it did to me. And now I'm just going to sit here and be annoying and see what he wants to do. Right, he went up to Chandelure. And which one? I Toxic, which was a nice turn of events for me. I quite like my Steel team. Ferrothorn turned out to be very handy, although not particularly handy at dealing with the biggest problem on his team, which is his Trevenant. However, this Heatran proved absolutely invaluable, as he takes that Fire Blast, and I get the Flash Fire up. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty good, because something's going to get hit hard here. It's just a question of what. He switches up to the Aegislash. I go for a Dark Pulse. It doesn't do quite as much as I might have liked. I'm really wishing at this point that I'd use Lava Plume in the first place, but as it turns out, I'm faster than Aegislash anyway, and his Uber threat is done. If you were paying attention to the rules video, you know that you can have one Uber a team, and both of us have Aegislash, as it turns out. So he's now got his Spiritomb out here to be annoying. The Dark Pulse pops my Balloon, which I'm not too worried about at this point, because I think only his Galurk has Earthquake, and I can always switch out. And I've got rid of his Spiritomb, so one of his big stallers is gone, his biggest threat is gone. So at this point I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm up 6-4. So here's the Banette, which is obviously his Mega. The question is, what is it going to do to me? And the answer is Protect. Probably to scout what I'm doing. And of course, Banette carrying the Destiny Bond is something that I'm going to have to pay very close attention to. Gets the Thunder Wave up, which is annoying, but Heatran wasn't exactly going to be used for speed anyway. He doesn't die to the Dark Pulse, which is really frustrating. And I probably should have checked to see if he would have died from a +1 Lava Plume. Anyway, I go back out in Ferrothorn, as he goes for a Destiny Bond, which is what I figured he'd do, which is why I switched out. And now he's paralyzed my Ferrothorn. Again, not a huge deal for me, but the fully paralyzed is annoying because now I can't just Leech Seed him and watch him die. And of course he's going to switch out, probably to, yeah, out comes the Trevenant. And this thing, more so in the other two battles as you'll see, is the bane of my existence. If I'd gone for a Toxic there, all would have been well, but he gets his sub up, and here comes the Toxic, and oh boy, we're going to be here for a while. I'm actually going to go in and turn the speed up on this battle until the Trevenant dies or Ferrothorn dies. I don't remember exactly how this goes, but otherwise we're going to be sitting here for quite a while. It's now turn 16, so I think we might get into turn 30 or so before this back and forth ends, because he keeps getting the Harvest back, and then finally right there he doesn't get it. Oh, and then he gets it right back again. It's amazing how frequently he would get it, given that it's a 50% chance. He's getting it a whole lot more than half the time. That comes up in the other two battles too, and I'm fully paralyzed, which is kind of annoying, but you know what, he kind of deserved one. I miss my Gyro Ball, obviously, because he did Phantom Force. And what I should have done here was switch out, but I stayed in. I mean, he does get hurt by the Iron Barbs and the Rocky Helmet. That does almost take him down, which is nice. And then right here, he Like, I did something real stupid there. It's just going for Toxic. There was no point in that. I let him kill himself on me. But basically, that was about the only way I was going to get rid of that Trevenant. And then he's got its Galurk out, and Galurk was going to make quick work of Ferrothorn, but I had Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet, so I think he did more damage to himself than he did to me. And we'll just leave it on this speed, because the battle's nearly over anyway. Wing attack from Scizor takes out Galurk. And this is not a Mega Scizor. The Mega on my team is Aggron. And since we're not allowed to trade items, I've just put... I don't even know what I've put on Scizor. Oh, right, his hidden power from his Chandelure, as he predicts my Heat Train coming in, wipes the floor with it. Then bring out Scizor, and Bullet Punch, even though it's resisted, does more than enough. And all he's got left is this Banette, which has 4% health. He uses Destiny Bond, which I knew he was going to do, but at this point I'll take the 3-0 victory. Anyway, that was our first match, so in a minute you'll see the live versions of the other two.